Today, we're going to talk about the different revenue streams for B2B SaaS companies. I've asked Joran Hofman, from the founder of Reditus, to join us today, and we're going to talk about when B2B SaaS companies should maybe look at partner and affiliate programs or referral programs inside their business. So, Joran, welcome. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Gavin.
And where are you in this wide world, mate?
I'm in Utrecht, in the Netherlands. So everybody knows Amsterdam here. Utrecht is just like 20 minutes train ride from Amsterdam.
Yeah, okay. As we're going into winter, you're coming into summer?
Yeah. It's May here, so that means summer is coming, meaning like we are finally getting some good weather here.
Yeah, fair enough. I had my first Ugg boot day today, 20 degrees Celsius. I had to put Ugg boots on, so it's getting cold here in Australia. Mate, let's talk about different revenue channels for B2B SaaS businesses. So first and foremost, tell us what Reditus is.
Yeah. So Reditus is an affiliate management software purely focused on B2B SaaS. So meaning that we only list software companies and then only B2B software companies, so business to business. That having an effect on the pricing. So basically, when somebody purchases a package on the software companies we list, the price is going to be higher than a B2C, of course. Like think of Netflix, Spotify, where they charge 10 euros or $10. B2B is often going to be like $100 and up, or at least $50 and up.
Yep.
So we're an affiliate management software where we basically help SaaS companies to set up an affiliate program, manage their affiliates, but also help them to find new affiliates.
For typical founders out there, what is the typical revenue journey, or how do they add revenue streams within these B2B businesses for these founders who are just embarking on a journey? What have you found?
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of starting like our own journey, right? So maybe I can explain a bit what we have been doing and what I'm looking to do when we go a bit further. So for example, last year we did an AppSumo launch, which is basically killing your entire subscription model or killing your revenue model. But what AppSumo basically does is they help you to find better clients or the first users who really are like the early adopters. But in exchange for that, you only get a one-time fee. So basically, you sell codes. Somebody buys a code and they get lifetime access to your software. So it's not recurring. It's a one-time fee to get clients in. That's how we got our first clients. That's how we got our first revenue, which helped us to develop the product even further. And then from there, we started to focus, of course, on monthly recurring revenue. So we kind of started at zero. And then we are creating like different revenue streams for ourselves. Yeah. I personally love SEO, as in search engine optimization, because at one point you want to stop paying ads, or at least not wasting all your money on paying ads on LinkedIn, Google, Facebook, Quora, TikTok, wherever you're going to pay ads. If you turn it down or stop it, then your signups and your sales will stop as well. So it's not going to give you money, but I would definitely recommend starting with it early if you really trust in the in your idea and product.
Yeah. Is this some of the common? I was going to say, is that some of the common mistakes? Is that a common mistake you see startups do? Is they don't pay attention to SEO?
I think so. Yeah. Like I've been talking to a lot of founders, and not all of them do, and are take enough time to actually work on content, work on thought leadership, work on SEO, basically develop this. But it's hard, right? Because you're basically doing something which is going to generate you money in 6 months.
Yeah.
So if you have investors, if you are bootstrapped like us, we're basically spending time for things which are not going to give us money at the end of the month. So we are, of course, doing this a bit on the side, or at least not as full focus, because we do need to get money at the end of the month as well.
Yeah, fair. And I guess that's some of the common mistakes, right? Like people want short-term benefit from long-term, medium to long-term plans. So they go, let's start SEO now and expect a return. They don't get the return and they stop after 3 months. and they don't quite realize the full benefit, and only if they kept going they would have got it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, and that goes for a lot of things, right? It goes for the product as well. Like we maybe took a bit too long to really go for the monthly recurring revenue. Like it probably took us 1.5 years, where of course everybody now says when you read the lean starter methodology or things like that, you need to get an MVP out fast. But we wanted to get the core like super good, where we are able to track everything, what is going on in the platform, make sure everything works as it should before we even take on the first clients. So
even with sales, it takes 3 times longer to close a deal than what you anticipate. And I think being conservative like that gives you 3 times the effort, or you're aware that you can factor that in, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess like what I did the most of the development during when I was still working full time, so I was able to do it. Like I was able to cover the cost. But if you, of course, are fully already all in, then you might want to speed things up and do want to have things a bit more hacky than what we have done.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good lesson. So what are some of the other common mistakes you see startups do when they try to implement maybe a referral or partnership program too soon within their business?
Yeah. I guess I might have made up a word when talking to other people, but I kind of said is you have to have affiliate marketing fit, meaning that you will need to have paid clients before you even ask other people to do the sales for you. Because when you look at partner marketing, affiliate marketing, that is what you're doing, right? You're basically asking other people to promote you guys or to promote your software in exchange for a commission. So basically they're doing part of the sales for you. But if you haven't even done any sales yourself, how are you expecting to do somebody else to do it for you?
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest mistakes. And then what other people think as well, as in if I set up an affiliate program, I'm going to grow super fast and things are going to change. Like my sales cycle is going to be shorter. Affiliates are going to refer us, and then we don't have any issues anymore. And affiliates will come to us. But that's not the case. As in, you can set up an affiliate program, but there's a lot of work to it to actually make sure you become successful.
Yeah.
Like your sales cycle is not going to be shorter, it's going to be longer because you have somebody else doing the marketing for you, meaning that you just have one more piece in the puzzle to get signups to your program.
Yeah, I see that too. Like if you have a technical founder or they haven't quite nailed the sales process, they'll go, okay, we'll just outsource it. And that's our sales problems finished, that they'll do all the sales for us. But a company, particularly when you get into the high value SaaS, or revenue, they're not going to automatically sell themselves, and the partner companies will go down the path of least resistance, so they just won't pay attention to it. And if you're expecting the sales cycle to be somewhere between 6 to 12 months, you just wait, because you know that it's going to be at least 8 months or so. You'll get to 12, no traction, and you get to 18 months, and you've just wasted 18 months. So yeah, and in theory, I guess not in theory, in practice, if you pay attention to it more, you'll have sales to one to many if you get it right. But it will take extra work to get it, to bring it to full momentum, I guess.
Yeah, and especially when you go one to many, like you need to make sure you have figured out a lot of things. As in, you need to, of course, optimize the conversion on the website. You need to make sure that when people sign up, you optimize them going from sign up to paid, basically making sure you're ready to scale. So of course there's a word for that as well, like product market fit. You need to make sure that you're going to be ready to really fully scale. So and that's often that I would say that's the best time to start an affiliate program, where you figured out all these things yourself, and then you're ready to take the next step, basically.
Yeah. So you've got the cookie cutter approach. You already know what's working. You basically just ran out of arms and legs to connect to the market, and then you just need those people to put them on a conveyor belt to start closing more deals once you've got a proven sales process or sales strategy to bring them along.
Yeah, and I mean, that's also the moment when you have of course, customers. So you have happy customers. It means you have case studies. You probably have worked on your brand. So people might already know you, but they want to hear from somebody else that they need to start using you. So all those things will help the affiliates to also get you more clients in, basically, because promoting an unknown brand, that's the hardest thing you can do, right? As in, if I'm going to tell you, you need to use a certain brand which you have never heard of and is pretty much local still here in the Netherlands.
Yep.
The likelihood of you going to use it is going to be almost zero.
Yeah. So I guess when you look at it, like I talk often about the technology adoption lifecycle, if we think about where customers will sit on that lifecycle, companies they probably shouldn't look at an affiliate program until they hit the early majority. Like once they get into the meat, because they don't have the bandwidth to reach that large market, and they use the early adopters and the innovators to prove out the problem.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, of course, we have clients who are before this stage. So this is like the ideal situation. Like what we, for example, do is we have a free plan where clients can already set up an affiliate program and just guide people towards it if they ask for it.
Yeah.
But to really scale it, to really take the most benefit out of it, that's going to be the best phase to at least fully promote it.
Yep. And if they do start earlier, like they don't put the pressure on themselves to say, hey, it's not going to change the business. It'll give you time to actually do exactly what you need to do. Walk before you can run, test, fail fast and learn. And and if you can get it working for affiliate marketing, partner programs, you could get it working direct sales, no doubt.
Yeah, exactly. So you can have it live, but don't expect too much from it, especially when you haven't done any yourself.
Yeah, fair enough. So does a journey of a startup, does adding revenue streams, have you seen if it ever gets affected by capital raising and external pressures on shareholders? Like if they take a round of capital, all of a sudden their revenue streams, their revenue demand has increased, that they have to increase more revenue so they can bring on, an affiliate or partner program, a referral program?
Yeah, I think more in general, like for example, we're bootstrapped, so of course we're like fully focused on recurring revenue, just because then we can develop our product. Like how does capital come into place? Like I've been talking to a lot of founders which raised capital and did not make one sale themselves, or doesn't even have beta clients, or don't even have paying clients. So I don't know if it has effect. It will have effect, I guess, like in different stages. Like you have, of course, pre-seed angel investors who invest in a certain idea, and then they just want you to develop the idea and then see what you can do with it, and how you can start earning money, I guess. And of course, when you go later stage, then if you already have a revenue model, then things are going to be optimized. So if you're going to get a bag of money of 5 or 10 or 20 million, then you already figured things out, and then the idea is to turn it into a money machine, of course. So it will have an effect for sure, but I guess it also depends on which stage you are as a startup. At the beginning, they might give you more slack, as in you need to develop a lot of things, develop processes, maybe even develop the product, make sure that you're ready to start scaling. And once you're ready to scale, then the pressure goes on to make money.
Yeah, and understandably. So what's the best example of a journey that you've seen someone who's implemented an affiliate, a program, a partner program, a referral program?
Yeah, the best journey, like is a client who like I think they're now already at what is like 200,000 organic visitors per month. So they already won the SEO game, or at least like they're already are getting a good amount of traffic. Like they already have an established brand. They already have some people who requested for an affiliate program, and they're just ready to push it out to their customers, ready to push it out to anybody who basically wants to start referring them.
Okay.
So that is the best example I can give you from our perspective. But when you look outside, like you have examples like SEMrush, who got big by offering 40% lifetime commission to their affiliates. HubSpot is, of course, bit bigger on the partner side, but still they become big, of course, due to the partner ecosystem. So those are bigger companies who got big also due to them having early affiliate or partner program.
Yeah. Okay. So what path would you recommend? I think you may have just said that slightly there. What path would you recommend for a founder who's looking to just investigate this? Would you recommend they reach out to you, or how can they get some information on this?
Yeah, I'm always happy to chat. Like, even though if it's not the right time or if it's not the right fit, they can just reach out, go to the website, getreditus.com, and schedule a demo, and then I'm happy to take any call people want to have, as in to see if it's an actual fit, if it's the right time, etc. We're both on Growth Mentor, right? I also did a workshop on there, which is publicly available, where you can basically see me going through the basics of affiliate marketing. So going a bit more in depth, like how does it actually work and when you should start one.
Yep.
That's what I would recommend, I guess.
Well, I'll put the links to get in contact with you below.
Yeah.
And is there any final comments that you would leave to any founders who are, on their journey in the B2B SaaS world?
I think like it's a hustle, like it's a struggle, right? I don't think it matters if you're bootstrapped or you have cash. Like, you're always gonna have new issues, and it's always gonna be challenges coming your way. But it's how you deal with them, as in make sure you always look ahead towards those. Besides those problems, I guess, to see where do you want to go, where do you want to take your product, where do you want to take your company, and always think a bit more longer term than just fixing the short term problems you're having.
Yep. And I would echo that too, to say it's so much easier to get your own house in order and get your own sales process in order first. It's so much less pressure that you can do it in your own business. And once you have that nailed and working, then start introducing another revenue stream like the partner program incrementally. Once you have it, say, hey, does it transfer, our process transfer to that? And if it doesn't, then you amend. You just don't automatically outsource your sales problem or your challenges to someone else, because it will 99.9% of the time will fail. So
Exactly. So especially for an affiliate program, like, if any advice there, as in, indeed, make sure you're ready for it before you ask anybody else to sell you. And I guess that's with everything. Like, you need to figure, as a founder, you always like, for myself, I'm doing the sales, I'm doing the demos, I'm doing the customer success, doing support, like doing these webinars, everything to see, I guess, like, what is working. And then we can once we're growing, then we kind of have been there, or I have been there, and then we can take things further from there. So kind of also figuring out what doesn't and does work. So once people come on board, either affiliates or team members, they can already start with the investigations you did and take it further, basically.
Yeah. Yep. 100% agree. Joran, thanks for the webinar, the interview. It's not a webinar. What am I talking about? Thanks for the interview. And I'll make sure I put your details below. And good luck. Good luck on your journey.
Cheers. Thank you, Gavin. Likewise.